and welcome. One of the best, most underrated things about this victory is just selfishly, for me, for my sake. I've spent a lot of time this football season debating the Baker Mayfield topic. Should Baker Mayfield be brought back next year? Has he done enough to be determined a franchise quarterback, somebody the Bucs should re-sign? All of that. The main point of contention that people who don't believe in Baker Mayfield give me back, the feedback that I hear the most, because I've defended him for most of the season as, yes, he should be the guy. The main point of contention I get is, yeah, Baker Mayfield's fun, he's fun to root for, fun to watch, that's great, but can you win a playoff game with Baker Mayfield? I mean, yeah, but can you really do something in the playoffs with Baker? Is Baker really the guy that you could win a playoff game with? And, again, selfishly, it's going to be nice to say yes and have a legitimate point that I can just point to. Yes, you can win a playoff game with Baker Mayfield. In the past, I've said, of course, because he already did that in Cleveland, but how quickly people forget. Not only can you win a playoff game with Baker Mayfield, as that has been proven, but you can really, watch Baker Mayfield cook in a playoff game. I mean, the chef was baking out there. That was not just hand the ball off, manage the game, throw a couple good passes, and, the team wins the playoff game more than the quarterback. No, Baker Mayfield played lights out in this game. He actually had tremendous stats, over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, but he had he played a better game than the stats would depict because Cade Otton dropping passes, right? Could have had potentially 2, definitively 1 touchdown pass, 2 drops by Cade Otton. Mike Evans dropping passes. Again, Mike Evans let a touchdown slip through his fingertips, also had another deep ball that he was unable to reel in. So, yeah, Baker Mayfield played like that guy. And even as someone who was a pro Baker Mayfield debater, I didn't necessarily expect that. That was tremendous, and that is as good as you could ask a guy to play in that situation, in a playoff game, pressure on you, and you're able to put forth your best effort. That's what people who are the guys, that's what the guys do. So yeah, should Baker Mayfield be brought back? I've remained very consistent on this point. Since the beginning of Baker's tenure last offseason, I said that he would beat out Trask, and then the Buccaneers would have a very solid season with Baker Mayfield. He would play very well, and he would earn himself a new contract and become the guy in Tampa Bay. I stand by that now, as I have all season. Baker Mayfield should be, I believe he will be re-signed. He will become the face of the franchise in Tampa Bay. He is doing things that other Buccaneers quarterbacks, not named Tom Brady, just simply have not done and don't do. Tremendous season for Baker Mayfield. It's great that, there's at least another 60 minutes of it. It's not over yet. But a tremendous game in his first postseason game with Tampa Bay. You couldn't ask for too much more out of a guy in terms of wrapping up the regular season. You get the win you need to get into the postseason. You start your postseason career with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with an explosive, dominating performance, leaving the Philadelphia Eagles for dead in your wake. Needed to be said. Just needed to. Enjoy the win. Detroit Lions in a rematch next week.